Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Okay, guys, so I hope you had the best, most beautiful weekend and Memorial Day. I hope that you guys had a good time. We had a great time. And it was an early night, which was so nice because we haven't had early nights in a long time. But yeah, like kind of getting back into it. It's funny because every time after the holidays, you never know if it's going to be like there's a housewife who got a DUI, or if it's going to be like, oh, this is so slow because everybody took yesterday off. And today, it's kind of like the perfect mix of in between. I don't want to see somebody get a DUI. So I'm happy that's not on the bingo card, but it's still only 11:12 a.m. here. So before we jump in, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So I know that I played a little bit about this for you recently. It's just more in depth, and I'm sure Lala is going to flip the out. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Faith Stowers, who has definitely, can I say really quick? You said that the cast did these things to you, sure, and I get it. And they got fired for it, and that's fair too. And you did other shows now, and you also, like you did interviews, and I'm just wondering now at this point what the end goal is of exposing more and more and more. Do you know when all of this came out and Jax and Stassi and Kristen, when all of them, like when everybody got fired, that is when I started this YouTube channel 4 years ago. So then I think about it and I'm like, where was I 4 years ago? And I understand that you can't put a timeline on somebody feeling or hurting you or disrespecting you, but I just don't understand. Like, now it's starting to seem like you've talked to every podcast, you've talked to every interview, you've tried to get on every TV show. Now it kind of seems like you're just like raking them through the coals because they have the numbers, they have the ratings. And honestly, that's what it looks like to me. But at first I was like, F them. If they did that to you, Faith, F them. Now it's like 4 years later, I'm like, no, Faith, like, this is, they've all apologized. You didn't have to accept it, but you did. You did all of the interviews. You didn't have to do them, but you did. You put all the shit out there. You didn't have to do that, but you did. You got them fired. Or they got themselves fired, and they did. I think we're done. But she's not. So, back to it. Thank you, Faith. Faith Sowers accused Lala Kent of cheating on ex Randall Emmett with a football player. See, this is the shit that comes out of the woodworks because it's something that's going to get her clicks, views, and make her money, which I get. I get it. And she shared a bizarre story when Randall was allegedly looking for Lala when she was with the athlete. Now, the Vanderpump Rules alum also called out Lala for her offensive comment about Tupac taking over her body. In 2021, Lala split with her fiance Randall, the father of her child, and claimed that he cheated on her. But according to Faith, Lala did the same thing. We went on a double date with Lala and another man when she was with Randall. That's what Faith said on the Frequency podcast. Okay. She was asked if Lala cheated. Yes, with the football player. He was black. I was dating his homie, and we were all having a double date. But according to Faith, they all went back to Lala's place. And Lala and the athlete then went into the bedroom, and they got it popping in the bedroom. Now, then Faith allegedly heard a knock on the front door, and Lala said, "Don't go to the door." Now, Faith said that she then heard it was Randall, who was seemingly looking for Lala. And this happened sometime before Lala allegedly pulled a knife on Faith. So in a past lawsuit against Bravo, Faith claimed that Lala pulled the knife out during an argument and threatened to cut her. The reason why the knife was pulled on me was because of the other guy. That wasn't the first time she was hanging out with this African or black football player, is what Faith said. She's like, they used to be in love. She talked about him in her book, is what she said. She also slammed Lala for suggesting in the past that she was channeling the spirit of Tupac. As a white woman that knows nothing about hip hop, nothing about the black culture at all, wears hoops, earrings, and does all this. Like, when Black Lives Matter happened, she said that they need to stop killing our baby daddies. Who are you? Is what Faith is saying. So according to Faith's co-host, Lala once said that she was also blacker than Faith. I'm gonna bring this up from CC Loves You, which I really appreciate them doing the work and having this up here, but I'm just gonna let you guys hear this really quick. So here we go. Hold on. Awkward.
I was channeling the spirit of Tupac.
She said she felt like she was Tupac reincarnated.
For a white woman that knows nothing about hip hop, nothing
Right.
about the Black culture at all,
She thinks she
wears hoop
does.
earrings and does all this because you are fascinated by what we do. It's not a costume.
Well,
When Black Lives Matters happened, she said they need to stop killing our baby daddies. Who are you? Who are you?
y'all-
Say before when you was with me that she said she was blacker than me.
yeah, she did. I was actually gonna tell that story. So she cheated.
Yes. With
Did-
the football player. It was,
This before or after she pulled a knife on you?
but that's what
yeah,
happened.
but you don't pull a knife on somebody. You should go to jail for attempted
Again,
murder.
that might have been Tupac jumping about her.
Firm believer that when Tupac died, he took over my body. I am as bougie and white as they come, but I gets to clapping sometimes. Pretend, you know.
Oh, Foreman say I was channeling the spirit of Tupac.
I mean, listen. Was it a stupid thing to say? Yes, it was a stupid thing to say. This is a freaking disaster. Okay, we're gonna move it on. Move it on because it looks like also Brittany Cartwright has entered the chat, and yeah, she hints at deeper marital issues behind closed doors after Jax Taylor steps out with model Paige Woolen. Now, Brittany Cartwright is hinting that deeper marital issues at home contributed to her split from her estranged husband, Jax Taylor, after the latter was seen stepping out with model Paige Woolen. Brittany took to her Instagram story on Sunday to share a reel posted by @YouKnowNat, in which the influencer's friend lambasts Jax Taylor for the way that he treated his spouse on the Valley. Thank you. And just imagine what I've been through behind closed doors. Now, that's what she wrote alongside the clip, but the individual in the clip was particularly perturbed by Jax Taylor railing into Brittany for being sick during a cast trip to Big Bear, California on last week's episode of the show, which was obnoxious, but the Jax's Studio City owner blamed her nausea on excessive drinking and implied that she had a long-standing problem with alcohol. Though several of her castmates verified that she hadn't even drank prior to vomiting. Like, this is his show that's supposed to be about his bar and his community and his friends, and he brought his family onto the show, and this is what he's doing to her. Like, he's choosing to present her in that kind of light and to treat her like that. This is what he does. He's doing to her in front of everybody. And Brittany Cartwright eventually snapped at Jax, chastising him for verbally attacking her in front of the group. But obviously, as you guys know, if you're watching the show, they made up the next day. The person in the YouKnowNat reel theorized that Jax Taylor brought Brittany onto the show, knowing their relationship would end, to put her on the show and treat her like this. He knew he was going to leave her. He knew it was over, and he knew it would be good TV, and he wouldn't get punished by the people around him, aka producers, at all. If it's good TV, it flies. What a terrible position for her to be in. And of course, she's not feeling good. Now, meanwhile, the person in the clip surmised that Brittany Cartwright's bouts of illness stem from the stress of her relationship with Jax Taylor. I think she's sick all the time because she's treated so terribly and she's in a bad relationship and she knows that there's nothing that she can do to make it any better. But Brittany's, technically, she did co-sign the message that came out about this, and it's interesting. Her co-sign of the message comes as romance seems to be brewing between Jax Taylor and Paige Woolen. The pair were seen grabbing lunch at Granville Cafe in Los Angeles, where they spent 3 hours together. But Brittany and Jax, who share a 2-year-old son, Cruz, announced their separation in February after 5 years of marriage, the mom of whom is only one, who is not known to be dating anyone, revealed during an April appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen that a horrible fight prompted her to call it quits with Jax Taylor. Now, I think in my head, I'm like, you think you're coming in with this gorgeous Instagram model who's like, I got H boobs and I spend $600 a month plus on back pain treatments. Then you're going to have Brittany, who's probably going to find somebody so normal, so hot, and just like has it all together, while Jax is over here trying to play Leonardo DiCaprio. I want to hear what you guys think. Pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.